Hello again, and welcome to part 9 in this series of opening a 1971 Topps vending box. We're trying to do about 15 cards each time, about once a week. Kind of just taking a pinch out of that vending box. Here are some of the cards we have gotten so far, some of the highlights. If you're kind of cherry picking through the part 1, part 6 and 7, I think were our best little breaks so far. All those crews that we've gotten, kind of just put out what I'm working on a 71 set out for good luck. That is, I think, the beginning of series 5 in there with an Ernie Banks and a Carl Yastrzemski. The last time I was talking about getting autographs as a kid, and I had Luis Melendez in that card that I got, and my kid said, "You got to show what you had." So this was initially a second grade project, and we had to write a letter to some famous people asking for an autograph picture, and the two I chose were Lou Brock and Bob Gibson. There's what I got back from them. So that would have been about, it was the 72, 73 was the second grade. I'm guessing it was spring of 73 probably when I got those. And then later, that's probably about 76 or so, got the Luis Melendez. Got me into the St. Louis Cardinals because of doing that. I don't know how many of those autographs are real or were signed by secretaries, or obviously the Reggie Smith there's a stamped, although he did give me that one. The Melendez is a stamp. A couple more that we got back in the day. That was Mark Fidrich when he was doing his thing. I think Hank Aaron was the favorite I got. That's obviously not an autograph, but just kind of cool to get that picture. There's a Vita Blue. So anyway, let's get to it. Let's start getting back in this vending box. I'm taking them all basically from the same spot in here and just getting a pinch each time. I'll get this many. So far we've gone through 123 cards in 8 series, so about 15 a time. And cards have been really nice for condition. Centering for the most part has been pretty good. This was the Stars second baseman. Those World Series teams of the Cardinals, Julian Javier, Bobby Wine. Coming into this, I hadn't gotten more than 2 of any one card. There's 132 cards in that series. This is kind of cool. You got Boog Powell, Frank Robinson shown there, and that playoff card of the Orioles sweeping the Twins, but then going on to win the World Series that year, 1970. So Upshaw, Billy Wilson. So if you're back, buying a pack back in these days, you get 10 cards in the pack. So, every group of 10, kind of as you can see it going through this bending box, sometimes you're going to not really get a whole lot of stars. Sometimes you get some. It's kind of random. Bobby Tolan, he was a speedster, good players. So when you just got into the Hall of Fame, Gil Hodges, kind of as a player / manager, he was very good for each. He led the Mets in that 1969 amazing run that they had, winning the World Series. Jerry Moses. Bill Singer was a good pitcher. John Stromer. And not big names here, but nice looking cards. John Lowenstein was a good power hitter eventually there. Frank, I don't think this was Frank Home Run Baker. Yeah. Another one, nice centering, nice corners. Ken Henderson. I think I got a little more than 15 on this one. Marshall. Lytle. Yeah, it looks like last is, no, got two more. John Mary. So I did just see that 70 or the 71 Series 3 vending box did sell. Went for $14,000 in the Heritage auction, which with the buyer's fee goes to $16,800, and then with tax and insurance stuff, you're probably paying in the $17,500 range, I'm guessing, which is more than when I bought this one for a winning bid at $9,000. There was also a Series 4 vending box that went, and the Series 4 went for I think about $16,000 when you counted all those fees, and that 4 has got Hank Aaron, Nolan Ryan, Bob Gibson, so I think better cards. So I think whoever got that one got the better deal. But that's the end of this one. Thanks for watching. Hopefully to see you again next week.